our channel. So finally today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my HSG Test Experience, and I was so anxious to talk to you guys about this because like every woman, when I found out that I was going to go through that process, I went online and I did lots of research about what an HSG test was about, and I tried to find out other videos that shared other experiences from other women. And when I was doing this research, I realized there was a lot of negative experiences out there, and the majority of them were all pretty negative. People used to say that they're horrible and it was very painful, and then they bled after it and they had horrible cramps, and you know, there were some positive stories as well out there, but the majority of them were all pretty negative. So that was kind of the thing that I held on to. I knew it was going to be a hard test to go through. Plus, I found out that Fabio was not going to be able to go with me because he had used up all of his holidays, and obviously he needs to save the days that he has for when we have the couples fertility appointments as well. So he couldn't have time off work to go with me, and I was very, very anxious and very nervous about, number one, it was going to be painful. Number two, I was going, you know, on my own, not on my own, but I wasn't gonna go with Fabio. And number three, I was scared that I was going to find out horrible results and was going to have to deal with them all by myself because Fabio was not there. So I was worried that that was going to be a very hard thing to go through all by myself. And when I got there, I was greeted by a lovely, lovely, lovely lady. I'm not sure if she was a nurse or a technician of some sort, but she was so lovely, she was so nice. And she greeted me and she took me into a changing room where she explained to me exactly everything that was going to happen and the entire process. So what I was going to do before, what I was going to have to do during the process and after. So she was very nice and very lovely, so I felt really comfortable to share my worries and concerns with her. And I explained to her that obviously, as some of you might know, I suffer from anxiety, and I was very nervous and very anxious about the whole process for a very long period of time. For a lot of weeks I've been panicking about it, and I also shared with her that some of my colleagues that I know in person that have done this test, they said, even through the NHS, they said that they did not get any answers and any results on the day. So the technicians that did their tests didn't tell them anything, so they kind of had to go with the flow and wait for the next doctor appointment, which in my case would be a very, very long wait because my next fertility appointment, it's only in December. So I explained that to her, and she said, oh, no. When we do other type of imaging to other different situations, we don't normally say anything, but with this situation it's pretty self-explanatory because we know exactly what we're going to be checking, if the fallopian tubes are in the right place and if they are unblocked, and we can easily see it on the images. And even though we need to send it to the doctor for the doctor to write a report or anything, I feel like I could discuss these results with you today. So she lifted a very big weight out of my shoulders because I was panicking that I was gonna go home without knowing anything. And then I like to observe people, so I would probably look at her face, and if she made a more serious face, I would probably wonder if something was wrong when it actually wasn't. So it was a really nice thing that she told me that. Also, another thing, I took the advice of some of you and other stories that I read and watched on Facebook about taking medication before the test. So I took paracetamol because I cannot take ibuprofen because it interferes with my anxiety medication, and as you know, I have pretty bad cramps, so paracetamol doesn't do much, but I had to take something just to give me a little bit of peace of mind, so I took paracetamol just in case. So when I went inside, it was a very nice room, very well lit, and it was a very modern room, and it wasn't scary at all. There was 3 people in the room, the technician that did the test, plus 2 people that stayed behind that screen. I don't know the names of the technicians, I'm sorry. But yeah, there was 3 people in the room. And yeah, she was very nice at explaining me exactly what was going to happen, what was she going to do before she even started anything. So she was very nice and very gentle, and you know, finally the time for the test came, and I was very, very nervous, very anxious. And let me tell you guys, I had absolutely no reasons to be nervous or anxious about it being painful, because I did not feel anything. I didn't feel pain at all. You know, when she put the speculum in, I felt a little bit of pressures, the normal discomfort when you have a smear done. And when she put the catheter in the womb and she injected the paint, the contrast ink or whatever you want to call it, I felt a slight pressure on my lower belly, on my uterus, and you know, going all the way up. I could feel things moving, but it was a pressure. It was not pain at all. So when she was done with the process, I was like, oh my god, did I just panic for weeks and nights of no like resting, you know, not nicely and normally because of this? Did I really just panic for months about this test for this? And I was very, very happy that it didn't hurt, and I told her straight away I was very happy with the way she did everything. It was very nice and she didn't hurt me at all. The scan that I had done the day before, the internal scan I had done the day before, was more painful than that test, and scans are not painful. So imagine how great of an experience I had. So when everything was finished, she told me to sit up again, and I looked at the screen, and because I do not understand anything about these tests, and because, you know, we're used to look at the books and see that everything is very symmetrical, everything in the books, and when I saw that, you know, everything going on, I said, oh, this doesn't look good. She smiled at me, she kind of said, look, this is your left fallopian tube, you know, and here's the spillage, so everything's fine and it's unblocked. And here's your right one, and there's a spillage, and everything is unblocked as well. So I was very, very, very happy with the result, and I noticed that my uterus was slightly, very, very slightly tilted to the left side, and I asked her if that was a problem. She said no, it's a very slight tilt and it's absolutely normal. That is when she explained to me that the human body is not symmetrical, obviously, and we're always waiting for the pictures to be like in the books, and we kind of have this image in our head. Obviously I knew it wasn't like that, but obviously she had to explain that everything looked normal and everything looked fine, but obviously she had to still send it to the doctor to get the report written down, but she said that I should not worry because the report should say everything that she told me. So yeah, I was very happy and very pleased that I did this test, because now I know I have a lot of peace of mind now, and I know that I can carry on trying naturally, because, you know, finding out that your tubes are blocked, it can be really hard, because you know that you have to either undergo surgery to fix it, or if there's a chance of fixing it, or you can only do treatment, which can be, you know, another weight on your shoulders and another problem to deal with, which what we don't want to have in this whole process. So I was very pleased and very relieved most of all. So yeah guys, this was my HSG story. It was amazing. I still haven't received obviously the report from the doctor because it happened a week ago, so I need to give it some time, but I was very, very happy, very pleased that the experience was not traumatic at all, it wasn't painful at all, and the outcome results were amazing. So yeah guys, this was my HSG story. Thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up if you like this video. Comment down below about this video or about your experiences if you'd like to share them with me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already for more updates every time we upload a video. And we'll see you next time. Bye!